So are there food treats that are more nutritious and more acceptable to a child than maybe candy and sweets? And I will say that contemporary pediatricians are very much aware of the current childhood and adolescent and adult obesity epidemic that exists in this country. So much so that even there have been some changes suggested that the first foods introduced to a child after breast milk should perhaps be vegetables instead of rice cereal. And part of the reason for that is so that the child will develop a experience and a taste for vegetables instead of for the sweets of fruit. Now, not that fruit are a bad thing, but fruit should be introduced perhaps after vegetables. And so the kind of food treats, of course, include using fruit and vegetables. And fresh fruit and vegetables, making them part of the meal when you're hungry. And if a child is accustomed to that, then the child will enjoy those as a reinforcer. You know, a grape, a carrot, and if you know, some children like them dipped in hummus, which of course is chickpea. Others of them can be, perhaps if you want to, you could use a low-fat salad dressing, but even eating them raw is a really good idea. Or maybe dipping them in things like applesauce or that kind of thing. I've had parents who say, well, you know, my children really don't like water, but water is a very important health food and very nutritious and important for us. And if they don't really like water, then mother and dad ought to buy some lime or lemon and squeeze that into the water to give it a little bit of flavor and make that kind of a treat as well. But I think it is important in terms of the whole notion of reinforcement and treats that the sweets and snacks should be infrequent and rare. Now, if you make them too infrequent and rare, then perhaps the child, when they are more independent, will feel deprived and want to get into them all the time. And so I think it's important that there be appropriate limits, but not totally forbidding to have sweets and snacks. But I think if the frequent afternoon snack is some pieces of apple or some grapes or some carrots or some celery or some broccoli or some cauliflower or dipped in hummus, that will be a good habit that the child will be used to and enjoy.